If I could personally master one piece of the video production process from starting from scratch, I would master the pre-production process first before anything. Why? Because it allows you to look like an expert even if you aren't one. You're able to show up to the shoot and be a lot more flexible and creative, meaning you can spend a little bit more time on each shot because you've been efficient, or you have a little extra time at the end of the shoot to get additional things that may make the video even better and guarantee a great result. And just a bonus here, it creates certainty for you and your client. You have a sense of certainty because you can look at the shoot and know it's all planned and ready to go, and you don't have to guess what's gonna happen on the day of. And your client can essentially do the same. They have confidence in the process you're selling them, because remember, we're not really selling clients a product, we're selling them a process that works to get them a product they would like. Now we get to the how. How do we apply this to our business? It's simple. Depending on how your client reaches out to you, whether it's a form on your website, DMs on your Instagram, whatever it may be, they should reach out, and your first response should be to schedule a D meeting, or better known as a discovery meeting. Now, what happens in this meeting is you're gonna get the who, what, why, and when from the client, the basic necessities, the things you need to know to crush it at the shoot. And in addition to these things, these 4 things, you also want to ask a few creative questions that may be specific to your process that are going to help your product become the best for them, for their vision. After you get off this call with the client, you want to take all of that information and put it into your pre-production template. The first thing you want to include on this sheet is the type of shoot. Is this an event? Is this a brand video shoot? What are you actually trying to accomplish with this video? That's very important because that's going to help the rest of this production process be very clear. The next piece you want to hit is your schedule. This is just to help you have clarity when you're really planning the shoot, to understand what you have at your disposal. Is it a half day? Is it a full day? How should you segment that day to be the most efficient and successful with your product? Depending on the type of shoot that we're doing, I do at this point include client notes. So if there's a wardrobe choice or color, something that we need to avoid or note, I do include it right below this schedule so the client can see it and our team is aware of what to expect when we get to the shoot. Something that can be consistent with all shoots is interview info. Even if you're doing an event, you want to try to capture some audio from an audience member or a team member of the business to really highlight what's happening. So you want to make sure that this exists on most of your list, and it can be very simple. Just questions you want to ask those people, and specific team members you should ask those questions to. This is key because it's going to allow you to get the best responses for the video. You don't have to overcomplicate this. This is just a guide to allow you to direct your client, coach the client, and get the best responses. Underneath this, you want to include some type of shot list. The shot list could be very basic in general. The goal here, once again, is just to provide clarity so you don't have to think as much while you're there, and you can be way more creative than analytical. And it's always good to include at the bottom some example videos, some inspiration, maybe things you've done in the past that you may be pulling techniques from. This, once again, just creates clarity and allows the vision to be seen not just by you, but your team members and the client that's viewing that document, preparing to crush it at this shoot. Something our team uses very often to aid us in this process, really when it comes to the interviews, the shot list, and scripting, is a tool called ChatGPT. If you're familiar with AI, I'm sure you've used this before, but basically what this is, it's like a virtual assistant. If you say, hey, I need these interview questions about this brand that does this, it's going to give you 10 to 20 random questions that you can modify. You don't have to think about generating the questions anymore. You can have this ChatGPT generate your ideas, generate your shot list, generate your questions, and you can modify it. This drastically shortens the process here and allows you to become efficient. So just so you know, there are tools to make this process a lot easier. And once you create that template we're creating right now, it's going to be so easy for you to crush it at your next shoot by having this planning process on point. And that's it. With this video, you can have a pre-production process that is seamless and smooth. I know it doesn't sound complicated. I know there's nothing special about this process, but it really is basic because it just needs to be that. You need to have a system that allows you to bring a sense of clarity to your shoots. Don't run around like a chicken with your head cut off and not planning for anything. Make this a standard process that you do with every shoot to allow you to predict what's actually going to happen. Because your client is buying that process. They're not really buying the product. Yes, they want the product, but they want the product to be created very seamlessly and smooth. This isn't about just learning how to create the best video. This is learning how to create the best processes and people to make those videos, because if you get that, you can scale and grow and become better. So yes, you can rinse and repeat this process, but just remember, this is for you to learn. This is for you to develop. This is for you to grow so you can actually build your business, not just stay in the same place. So yes, you can keep doing what you're doing and be fine, but if you want to scale, if you want to have that business you dream of, you got to do this. If you want to take your vidpreneur journey to the next level and find out how you can land 4 to 5 figure projects consistently in the next 90 days, you can visit our website and set up a call with our team. We'll focus on your problems and set up solutions to help you crush it.